Scanning. All phases complete.
Jackson Arnold, you have been chosen for your ability to lead and having the mindset that it takes to be the quarterback at Oklahoma. Welcome to the Oklahoma family.
Oklahoma, Sooner, Oklahoma, Sooner. Yeah, Oklahoma, Sooner, Oklahoma, Sooner. Go.
Transitioning over to Oklahoma. Yeah, I mean, a lot of disappointment this recruiting cycle, but we had a very, very good class. I mean, a very good class, and I don't want that to be, misconstructed or taken away from these guys. Oklahoma obviously delivered with Jackson Arnold, who, no bias aside, I really do think he's the best quarterback in the class. He's just a gamer, man. Like, he's a guy, he gets on the field and he just ups his level of competition. He won the Elite 11 recently in the year. He also plays at Denton Guyer, so he's playing top level football in 5A in Texas. So he's got the mantra, he's going to be able to deliver. There was never really any rumblings of him like decommitting or anything like that, or any struggles with that. And right now Oklahoma's sitting at a composite rank of 8, which is really good. Still top 10, right? He signed another 5-star, PJ Atabare at Kansas City. Dude's a freak, man. Just a super, 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 super talented and has so much potential. Just waiting to be unlocked. He wasn't even ranked last year, and he's a 5-star. So that kind of shows you the trajectory that he is gonna go. Very, very good piece for Oklahoma. They haven't had a 5-star commitment on the defensive side of the ball since 2016, which is insane. Kind of shows you the neglection that the previous staff had over there at Oklahoma. But PJ Atabari, man, dude's a stud, man. So really excited to see him play. Really excited we could get him and Jackson Arnold, obviously, to top this class off. We only had 2 5-stars in this class, but Jaquez Petaway, man, that dude's a dog. Just a burner. That's the dude you see him line up, you just know he's gonna go get it. He could take the top off of defense. I'm out of Houston. Really, really fast receiver. Really good get for us. And then we have like Caden Green. Very, very good offensive tackle. Obviously one of the more talented offensive linemen within the country. He's right now ranked as the number 9 offensive tackle. He's a top 100 player nationally. He's a baller, man. And right now Oklahoma has a decent amount of top 100 players. I think they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 top 100 players with 2 5-stars. So like I said, they're recruiting really well, which we'll talk about the losses that they had. Obviously, Cecilia Kana is one of them, if you watch the other video. But, yeah, Caden Green with Bill Billingbow, he should be able to start right away. I think he's going to really be a solid contribution for Oklahoma once he gets in that system. But, where Oklahoma's been lacking recently, they made up for it, I think, this year in recruiting. They got Makari Vickers. Sorry, guys, let me drink some water. They got Makari Vickers, and, this is just kids Oklahoma was not getting. This is in Tallahassee, in Florida State's, in their backyard, in Miami's backyard, in Florida's backyard, even Central Florida's backyard. This kid is a stud, man. I'm really excited about him. He's listed as a safety, but he's more built like a corner, and I think he's going to be more of a corner, in my opinion. But, dude, he's got it. He's got the tools, man, to really be successful. I really think he's going to have a very impactful start at Oklahoma. I think he gets on the field early, or at least competes for jobs early. And this is just another addition added into the now deep DB room, which I've never really said recently in the past about Oklahoma's DBs, but I'm really not worried about who's going to start next year because we have so much talent. Jacoby Johnson, he's an athlete out of Mustang, Oklahoma. He's ranked as the number 4 overall athlete, so he's a stud. But Jacoby Johnson, I don't really know what side of the ball he's going to play. They're saying receiver, they're saying safety. I'm hoping he plays really wherever is needed, but I'm hoping he plays corner as well. I think he could be the 6'3", 183. I think he could really be a really, really impactful safety on that side of the ball, or a corner on that side of the ball. I really think he can contribute in all kind of ways, lock dudes up, and be that other perimeter force Oklahoma needs. Oklahoma really tapped into the defensive side of the ball with linebackers. They got Samuel Almasigo, Derek LeBlanc is a D lineman. Talking about Derek LeBlanc real quick. Very, 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 very good piece. Another kid from Florida, man. They got him from Florida. They pulled him away. This is a dude that's gonna. I mean, he's gonna show up, man. He's gonna show up. He has that frame to him. He has that dog. He has that swag to him. And this is more of like that SEC build that Oklahoma needs to get to kind of compete whenever they transition. Samuel Almasigo, very, very talented linebacker in Texas. I mean, he plays both sides of the ball, never comes off the field. So, he has a motor. I listened to some press conferences earlier. They said they'd probably have him more play out in space at first just because it's easier for him. So that's something that we got to look forward to and, something I'm excited to really see. Lewis Carter, man, one of my favorite players. Dude's tape is ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. Like, this dude's tape, man. I watched Dylan Edwards just recently committed to Colorado. And Dylan Edwards, if you guys don't know, runs a 4.2. Super, super fast dude. But Lewis Carter, man, he was running stride for stride with him. And it was like, it looked like it was just effortless. This dude's a baller, man. He's just what you call a football player. He plays running back at his high school. He played linebacker, played safety. He plays all over the place. I can see him being into that mix for Cheetah. Very, very good, very talented guy. Obviously, Isaiah Wagner, cornerback, very talented. I haven't really watched his tape a whole lot, but it's an interesting, get. He's out of the Washington area. So for Brent Venables to kind of have this national pocket and getting all these guys is very impressive. He got Dalen Smothers, who, in my opinion, has some of the best running back tape I've seen in a long time. He actually reminds me of Eric Gray, who Oklahoma just lost. And if you guys don't know, Eric Gray had a spectacular senior year at Oklahoma. But Dalen Smothers, man, dude is so shifty, man. He's just smooth with the rock. He's from North Carolina area, so that was a big get. Obviously, this is these are typically seen as North Carolina State locks, but very, very talented dude. I think he gets in the mix next year for a running back. Obviously, Oklahoma has Javonte Barnes and Gavin Sawchuk in the folds, but Dalen Smothers, man, I think he gets a chance to at least get some carries and then maybe obviously hold on to his red shirt. We got Keon Brown, another just big receiver from Florida. Apparently, he's criminally underrated, and I would agree. I mean, the dude just looks the part, 6'2.5", 190, and he's a very fast dude, runs a 4.4. That's a guy that, I think he's like the prototypical receiver you want in Levy's offense. Obviously, they can find more of an intermediate passing game. I'm really going to like what he's doing and what he brings to the table. And then we have a couple linemen, Joshua Bates, Logan Howland, and Heath Ozada. They're all from, not the normal pocket that Oklahoma recruits linemen from. Bates is from Durango, Colorado, 6'3", 305, good size. More of an arterial lineman, I would say like a center position. You got Logan Howland and Heath Ozada. These guys are going to be your typical tackles. Heath Ozada, 6'6", 300. Logan Howland, 6'7", 280. Obviously, they're probably going to put some more weight on them, around 20, 30 pounds. Look for these guys to get developed properly. Oklahoma never have any issues with them developing offensive linemen. They always develop them at the highest level, and they're always going to produce, in my opinion. And some of the other guys that, got kind of overlooked, they signed Taylor Wine. He's a late bloomer, but they say he's very similar to Colton Vasek, so I'm very excited to see him. Ashton Sanders, apparently he weighed like 350 pounds at one point in high school and lost a lot of weight to get to 270. So it shows he can hold the weight at that frame, and he can be a typical 0-tech or 3-tech down lineman in that 3-down lineman formation. You got Phil Picchiotti. Dude's tape is crazy, man. That dude can strike people. Like, you can't teach everybody to be physical, but he is physical. He brings it. Caleb Hicks, another good running back out of the Denton Ryan area, a guy that plays, good, solid competition. That's going to be a guy that you're going to, you just know what you get with him. You're going to get a blue chip guy. He's a little underrated, so he's probably going to have that chip on his shoulder. And I'm really excited to see him. They added Marcus Strong today, another kid from Florida, 6'3", 265 defensive lineman. So that's a good get for those guys, and unexpected for me. And then Eric McCarty. I really, really, really like that guy. I think he's going to be one of the best players out of this class, even though he's one of the lower rated guys. And I just think it's because of the way he plays football. If he can stay healthy, I mean, that dude is a stud. 6'2", 180. They said he could play cheetah. They said he could play safety, even outside linebacker if he gets a little bigger. But they know they want him on the field just because of the way he plays football and the force he brings. Dude's a solid player, and kind of like that blue chip pedigree they're bringing with him. And then obviously in the transfer portal, they got Deshaun McCullough, and then they also got Dave McCullough, who was a flip from Cincinnati, who was a safety. But Deshaun McCullough was considered the number one edge in the portal, played at Indiana, was a freshman All-American. And I kind of think this is why Tasulia kind of might have swayed his mind in a sense. I think it would have taken him a while to get on the field as opposed to him going to Texas. But Deshaun McCullough out of Indiana is flipping Oklahoma or transferring Oklahoma. I think that's a good get for them. I think that's going to really impact that class, and I'm just excited to see. So, but yeah, that's my video on Oklahoma recruiting. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be posting a lot more of these type of videos for you as we feel they're appropriate. You know, we obviously got podcasts coming out next year if you guys like podcasts, and that's kind of more of an off-topic segment. So we talk to guests. We talk to guests, we interview guests, things like that. That's kind of the vibe over there. But it's your boy Cam, and I'll catch you guys next video.
Thanks for watching the video. If you do like the clips, the full length of the podcast is going to be down below. We do post these clips weekly, and we do post podcasts weekly every Friday.
Yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Also give us a 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Make sure to subscribe on those as well, and stay up to date for weekly content. We're going to be posting weekly podcasts and other content. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy from Opinionated, and we're out.